be on the LMS, which will be on the last day before the valedictory. So I hope you will gain from his expertise, because he has been in this field for long, and he will be taking up the basics of spreadsheets. Those who are students of even BA and MA students who do not know anything about programming but still want to analyze anything regarding this say Excel sheets, you want to plot graphs, you want to analyze some data, so spreadsheets are very important. Whether you are say for your data also, we have taken your data from this your Google Forms, we have got it in the spreadsheet, and by that we are contacting you and so on. So those who have put a wrong email or wrong name or spelling of the name is wrong, we are having to deal with them anyways. So anyway, so without further delay, I would hand over the session to Dr. Madhusudan Mishra, who has been kind enough to take the first session of the day. And the advances of this will be in the following session by Sri Niladri Das, who had taken the second session of the first day, if you remember, on cyber safety. So he and his team will be taking the advances of both Word covered by Dr. Datta yesterday and spreadsheets by Dr. Madhusudan today in the first session. He will be taking up the advances. So those who already know spreadsheets, it's just a refresher for you, and those who don't know, he will be discussing the basics of how to use spreadsheets. So Dr. Mishra, are you there?
Yes, sir. I am ready.
Okay. So we can start off, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So, a very good morning to you all. Respected Swanirbar Majumdar, sir, Head IT and also the coordinator of the program. I can see Jayanta, sir, and other faculty colleagues, and dear my participant friends. So first of all, I would like to convey my sincere thanks and gratitude to Swanirbar sir, the coordinator and also the head of IT department, Tripura University, for giving me this opportunity to give an invited talk on basics of spreadsheets. And so let me just let me share my screen first. So hope my screen is visible to you all.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So once again, a very good morning to you all, and I welcome to the first session of third day of this 5-day online program for youth on basic digital literacy, focusing on computer skills for the youth. And I am Madhusudan Mishra. I am a faculty member in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, NERIST, Arunachal Pradesh, and I am going to discuss on basics of spreadsheets. So this is the outline of my presentation, which starts with a very brief introduction towards Excel or spreadsheets, and then we will see the overview of Excel sheets, and we will find different menus there. Then we will be working on the worksheets, so it will be a hands-on session also, and then we will see how to enter formulas, data, and how we can format the workbook or worksheet. And we will very slightly we will be moving to plot the charts and how to take the printouts, and as Excel when we use MS Microsoft Excel, it's not free version. It's a licensed versions. It's a we have to purchase this. So that's why I have also included Google Spreadsheets, which is a which is available like free of cost. It's like open sourceware. And then I will give the references so that the readers can follow if they want to go in depth. Well, so when we talk of Excel, so Excel, when I say Excel, it's basically we are focusing on Microsoft Excel. Okay, this is the like symbol of Excel when it appears when we start Excel package, software package. So basically this Excel is an electronic spreadsheet software package that allows one to enter numerical values or data into rows and columns. And when we talk of spreadsheets, basically it's a paper ledge or grid made from rows and columns. So basically we have rows and columns, and within that spreadsheets or within this Excel, we can organize data, we can create charts, we can perform calculations. Even in the advanced level, we can make websites, we can make games, and lots of calculations can be done. I have been witnessed that if somebody goes in company, even if two persons have the same qualification and everything, but one is fine in Excel, there is a huge chance of excelling that person in getting promotions and other things, because Excel is widely used everywhere, almost everywhere, whether like it's a accountancy or it's just playing with the data. So Excel has a huge scope, and basically it's a convenient program because it allows the user to create large spreadsheets, reference information from other spreadsheets, and it allows for better storage and modification of information. And this Excel, basically it operates just like a Microsoft Office programs and has many of the same functions and shortcuts which are available in Microsoft program. So it's a very, very close to that of the Microsoft Office. So basically when we use Microsoft Office, then very easily one can shift to PPT slides and then Excel slides. So these all are interrelated. But Excel has like everything is in rows and columns, and it has the advantage that it can organize data, it can create charts, it can perform calculations, and so on. So basically, like we have the four words here. So like when we talk of, so here actually when we open the spreadsheets, basically it looks like this. So here we find that these are the rows, like row 1, okay, this is row 2, row 3. So like this we have, when we move horizontally, we have the rows. So basically a row is a horizontal space that goes across windows using numbers like 1, 2, 3, and so on. Similarly, we have a column here, like column A, column B, column C, column D, and it goes and we have lots of number of columns depending on the which type of Excel we are using, like whether it's a Excel 2010 or it's an Excel 2007, and it also depends on the internal memory of the of the system. Okay, so a column is a vertical space that goes up and down windows using alphabets A, B, C, and cell is a point at which the rows and columns intersects or meet. Say if I consider this cell, so here we find that it corresponds to D column and it corresponds to 7th row. Okay, so it will be D7. Okay, so we have, whenever we open a spreadsheet, we have rows, which is horizontal space. We have a columns which represents vertical space, and a cell is a point of intersection of rows and columns, or where the rows and columns meets. So that becomes a cell. So in the subsequent slides, we will be seeing all these things in detail. Then, like there are 3 types of data in the spreadsheet we can use. So these are labels, constants, and formulas. So there are three types of data which can be used in Excel or spreadsheets. So these are labels. So when we talk of labels, so there is no any numbers available, like we put some text there. So labels are text with no numbers. For example, if we would like to write name, or suppose we want to calculate tax, or suppose we want to write monthly income, or say school fees or loan. So whenever we write only the text in a particular cell, that becomes the label data for that spreadsheet. We have another data in the Excel or spreadsheets. These are called constants. Constants are just number without having any text. For example, say 365, or say 10, or say 1000, or say 50,000. So these all are the constants which represents only number in the Excel sheet. Similarly, we have uh, third one is that the formula, like we can write some formulas. Like formulas are mathematical equations used to calculate some mathematical expressions. For example, like and whenever we write formulas, it starts with the equal to sign. For example, here we can see that whenever we write a formula, when our data is a formula type, then we must write examples. Means we must write it starts with the equal to, and then we put some numbers and some mathematical operations, whether it's plus, or it's a multiplication, or it may have any kind of mathematical operators. So we have seen here three types of data. Next, let us see how we launch Microsoft Excel. Okay, so here, like, though there are many ways to go, but just this is the basic course. So I have maintained step-by-step procedure so that even those who are beginners, who are not familiar with the Excel, for them also it becomes easy. So here very step by step, like whenever we want to launch our Microsoft Excel, or we want to open this Excel package from our computer or from our system, then first we should go to the start menu, start button, okay, which is in the left side, or which is at the bottom left side of our desktop or computer, or say system. And then we have to select the start. Once we click the start, so directly in that start we can write Excel, it will appear. And then we have to click that, we have to double click on that Excel. So we have to click, double click, and then we will find this figure. So though I will be just showing it, but just let me say that you see that, like, say this is our screen, and this button is called the start menu, start button. So just here you have to write Excel. Otherwise, some persons, like they can write here all programs, and then they can go to MS Office, and from there MS Office they can go to the MS Office, Excel, PPT, and those things. But this is the easy way, that go to this menu. This is the start menu. Just click here and then write here Excel. So once we write Excel, this Excel logo will come here. And then just whenever we double click it, it will open this window where we have this Excel, home, new, open, and these things. So here, like in the morning, if you open, it may prompt good morning. And then here, like we have blank workbook, or say formula tutorial, or whatever. So just we have to click here, this double click we have to click, and then we will be ready with our spreadsheet, and we can work on that. So there will be rows and columns, and then intersection of these rows and columns will represent a cell where we can enter the data. Okay, so let me let me show here how to launch this one. So can you hear that this is the start button? You can see this start button where I am putting the cursor here. Okay,
Yes.
okay, thank you. So this is the start button. So once we click here, just a single click, and then we can write here Excel. So even no need to write all also. Even if we're writing EX also, this Excel appears here. Okay, so just we have to double click this, and then we get this kind of logo here. And then, like, is the size of this screen is fine? This text are fine, or I should increase the font?
It's okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. So this is the blank workbook. Now we have here tutorials also. We can see the tutorials, but directly we can click on this blank workbook. Okay, so when we double click this, it will open, and this this spreadsheets comes here. Okay, so we have here like this is file. Okay, and these are the rows. Okay, these are the rows. Say rows are represented with this numerical values, like first row, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is the fifth row. Okay, this is the fifth row, this is the fifth row. Similarly, like these are the columns, like column A, column B, column C, column D, column E, like this. So this vertical spaces represents the columns here. Okay, similarly, like when we talk of cells, so if I choose this cell, so this cell, so we find that it corresponds to E column and ninth row. So when we click here, so here in the left corner we find E9. E9 means E, the alphabet, it represents the column, and this numerical, it represents the row. So we find that this cell, the address of this cell is E9. So this is E9. Similarly, like if I want to say A3, then I will put here, because I will put the cell here, so that this corresponds to A column and third row. So that's why this is the address A3. Okay, so this is the cell. So basically it's a spreadsheet in MS Excel, and we find that here we have rows, the horizontal space represents rows, and we have columns, and these intersection points, or the cell at which rows and columns meets, is represented as cell, and we always enter the data in these cells. Okay, in these cells. Okay, so again, going to our presentation slides. So this we have seen here. So next is like, so when we double click on the book one means it's a new spreadsheet. So in that case, the Microsoft Excel window appears like this. Okay, so we have, say, why this is A1, because this is this cell represents to column A and row 1. That's why this is A1. So here A1 it is written. Okay, so how the spreadsheet looks like. So spreadsheets appears like this, and this is the worksheet or spreadsheet, or it's a Excel file where we would like to work. Okay, so like I wanted to make familiar with certain tabs here. So like in the upper left corner of the Excel window, here we have a file button. Okay, here we have a file button. So when we click this button, a menu appears, which is used to create a new file. Okay, so when we click this, we can create a new file. We can open already an existing file from our system. We can save the file, and we can perform many operations. So like when we click this file, so this is the file here. So I have taken separately here to show. So when we click on this file, we have different options we will find. We can go to the home. We can make a new spreadsheet or new Excel file. We can open any existing Excel files. Okay, we can get some information. We can save, or we can save as, we can, how, why there is a save? Because we want to, uh, if we want to rename it, or if we want to save it by certain name, then we have to use this save as. Save as, you give some file name, okay. And already, if it is, you are working and you want to just use save, then it will be, it will just save the your working things, okay. But in that case, you will be unable to give any new name to that Excel file. Similarly, we can take the printout of this Excel sheet, or whatever you have written, that also can be taken. You can take the printout. We can share it uh, to to some other persons, okay. We can export it to other formats. We can publish it to some website, or to some link, and when we can close, and many more options comes when we go to this file, okay. So this also we can see here, like, or let me just let me show some slides, and then we can give the, we can see the demo also, okay. Then when we talk of these spreadsheets, so there are certain important tabs are there, okay, and each has different functions. So like, when we talk of, say, this, so actually, when we, I have zoomed it, so we have here, you see, like, we have seen this file earlier, that when we click to this file, we have different options, like we can open the file, we can save the file, we can publish the file, okay. Similarly, just right to this file, right side of this file, just next to the home, we have customize quick access toolbox here, okay. So this quick access toolbox, basically it provides us with the access to commands which we frequently use. And by default, like, we get the option of, like, new, open, or save, or undo, or redo. Suppose you, we have written something, but we found that, oh, it's not good. Again, we have to go to our back situations, to the mm, previous written things. In that case, we can we can go for undo undo. Then again, redo option is also there. So in the quick access toolbar, we get these frequent commands, okay. And we can use save to save our file, undo to roll back an action which we have taken, and redo to reapply an action which has been rolled back, okay. So these are the commands. So I will show this all in just after discussing this. When we will go to our Excel package, we will be seeing all these things, so that it will be clear to us. The next is, like, the title bar. So at the top, most here at the top, when there is a file, and just when we go, we move right side, at the top of this Excel sheet, we have a title bar, and here the name of the title bar is here, book 1. And this is Excel, that's why Excel is written. So the name is book 1. We can rename this book 1 as per our requirement. We can rename this book 1 by just save as, or by renaming it, okay. So this is called tool title bar. This is called title bar. So this title bar, the title bar's name is book 1 here. So next to the quick access toolbar, so we have seen here quick access toolbar. So next to this, and at the upper side of the Excel, we have a title bar. And on the title bar, Microsoft Excel displays the name of workbook which we are currently using, okay. At the top of Excel window, we should see book 1 or a similar name, okay. So this name also can be changed. So now we are familiar with, like, how the spreadsheet looks, where is the file, and what are the options comes when we click to the file. Then there is a quick access toolbar, which gives us access to the frequently used commands like save, undo, redo, and then we have a title bar also. Title bar, basically it tells that basically it displays the name of workbook where currently we are working on. Okay, so these are some tabs which is very frequently required, and it will appear. Similarly, we have ribbon. Okay, this portion which is I have put in the rectangular bar. Okay, in the red rectangular bar, this represents the ribbon. So in the ribbon, we use ribbon to issue some commands. Ribbon is located near the top of the Excel window, below the quick access toolbar. So we have seen the access toolbar. So below that we have set of commands in this ribbon, and at the top of ribbon there are several tabs. Like clicking a tab displays several buttons. Like here we can see home, insert. We can insert say some pictures here, some equations, some tables. Okay, we insert page layout. We can see the page layout, like whether this page layout is whether it's a portrait or it's in the landscape. Then formulas, we can put some formulas for mathematical calculations. We can see data, review, view, help. Okay, so and then in the ribbon, like we can go for formatting also, like Calibri, Times Roman. Okay, we will see lots of options. Then we can change the font size. Okay, so lots of here we have lots of commands are there under our ribbon tab. Okay, this portion is called ribbon. Okay, so I hope that now we are a bit familiarizing ourselves with the spreadsheet or worksheet, and then in worksheet there is a file, there is a quick access toolbar. Okay, there is a title bar, there is a ribbon, and inside that ribbon we have lots of tabs, and clicking these tabs, it displays several buttons, several commands. Like we can insert, we can see the page layout, we can put the formulas, we can do some data analysis, we can see the data there. Okay, and then we can do formatting, we can bold the cells content, we can put some borders. Okay, we can put some colors. So everything we will be discussing just after this. And then we can wrap the text, we can merge the 2-3 cells as per our requirement. Okay, then we can format also. Like when we talk of formatting the number, then we can format this number in their decimal, or we can put some comma when we are dealing with some accountancy problem, or sometimes we can put percentage also if we want to put the numbers in percentage format. Okay, then we can do some formatting. We can insert, delete rows and columns. Okay, then we can sorting options is also available in the Excel, where we can sort the data. Like we can suppose if in one column there is names of some students, and we want to arrange it alphabetically. So in that case we can sort it. So I will show the demo after this presentation. And then we suppose in a row, in a column we have different numbers, then we can arrange it in ascending or descending order without writing code. Okay, it's because it's a package, inbuilt commands are there, and just we can use it using the tabs. Okay, so home, insert, pay, layout, then editing. So all this can be done, and these all are available in the ribbon. Okay, in the ribbon. So this portion is known as the ribbon of Excel sheet or spreadsheet. So in this ribbon we have lots of commands to issue. Okay, so like as we discussed, that Microsoft Excel consists of worksheets, and each worksheet contains columns and rows. So when we talk of Microsoft Excels. So it's not that we have only one sheet, one sheet, but we have multiple number of sheets. So by clicking this plus sign, we can increase the we can go to the new worksheet. So like Microsoft Excel, it consists of worksheets, and each worksheet contains column and rows. For example, here this 5 is highlighted here. So this represents the fifth worksheet, and we can see here rows from 1 to 24. Okay, so when we scroll it down again, other rows will be coming up, and similarly we have the columns here. We have the columns, column A, column B, column C. Okay, and then this represents the cell. So here, why this is cell C5? Because it corresponds to column C and row fifth. So this address of this cell becomes C5. Okay, similarly, like if I put cursor here, so this is H10. Why this is H10? Because here it corresponds to column H and row 10. So row 10, 10th number of row, it meets with the H column. So that's why this cell is H10. Okay, so here like so generally like columns are lettered from A to Z, and then again it continues with A B, A C. So first we can see here A to Z, and after that again A B, A C, and it goes on. And for 2007 Excel, like we have 1048576 number of rows. We can see that it has lot of columns available to do very huge data entry and its operation. Okay, but in worksheet the number of rows and columns are limited by computer memory and memory resources also. And like suppose we are using Excel 2007 and then somebody uses Excel 2010. So definitely in 10, as it is a higher version, so it has a higher memory space. So in that case number of rows and columns will be more. But again, it's true that the number of rows and columns are also limited by the computer memory and system resources, and combination of rows and columns coordinate makes of the cell address. For example, we saw here like this is the C5 because it's a combination of column C and row 5. That's why it becomes C5, and data it is entered in these cells only. Okay, so the next one is status bar. Okay, status bar. So status bar is actually, it appears at the very bottom of the Excel window and provides information like sum, average, minimum, and maximum value of the selected numbers. We can change what displays on the status bar by right clicking on this right clicking on the status bar and selecting the options which we want from customize. For example, like if say I have written here say A to E, and then I have assigned some numbers here. So when we select this, so at the status bar we can find what is the sum of these all numbers, what is the average value, what is the minimum, what is the maximum. So everything comes here. So this is called which I have put in the red square button, red rectangular button. So this represents the status bar. Okay, now basically we are familiarizing with the like quick access bar, where is the file, where is the ribbon, which one is the status bar. So status bar basically it appears at the bottom of the Excel window, and it provides information such as sum, average, or minimum maximum value of the selected numbers on the spreadsheet. Okay, then moving around worksheet, we can use up arrows key to move upward one cell at a time. We can use tab key to move across the page to the right. one cell at a time. So we can move around on the worksheet by using our tab button or using our up down key or left right key. We can edit a cell. Okay, after once we enter the data into cell, we can edit the data by double clicking in the cell which we wish. Means this is one way, or directly we can go to the formula button and we can click. Then we can wrap the text. So what is the use of wrapping the text? So when we sometime our text is too long and it's too long to fit in a single cell, and the text overlaps the next cell also. But suppose if we want it that it should not overlap with its next cell, in that case we can wrap the text. Let me show the demo, then it will be easy for us. So suppose again I am just closing it. Okay, let us we are not saving it, we are just closing it. So what we will do, suppose again hope you can see my screen here. Okay, just a minute, I would like to off the camera here. Okay, okay. Okay, fine. So hope you can see my screen here.
Sir, screen is not visible.
Okay, fine, thank you.
Yes, now it's okay.
Okay, thank you. So again, let us see how to launch Excel. Okay, so as we discussed that first we have to go to this start button. Okay, so all of you can see this start button here in the left bottom of my screen, this start button. Okay, just click here on this start button and put Excel, EXCEL. Okay, so this will come. Then we will double click it. So this Excel opens here. After that, like it appears like this, but let us go to the new blank workbook. So just we will double click it and it opens here. So we saw that these are the columns. So when we let us move, so we can, with the help of this arrow right, this arrow right, we can move to the right like this. Okay, so here this like, though we are moving in the row, we are moving across row 1, but this is column A, this is row first but column B, this is column C row 1, this is column D and row 1. Okay, so likewise it goes, and as we discussed that the columns are from A to Z, and again then it starts A, B, and so on. So we can see here U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So after Z, again A. Okay, A, B, and then it goes like this. You see, it goes like this. Okay, so it has lots of space here, and similarly, like when we talk of rows, so first row, second row, third row, so like this we can move to the different rows also. Okay, so now we are at row 55 and at column A. Okay, that's why its address is, we can see here, A55 means it's the column A, the first column, and 55th row. Okay, so this is the address. Okay, we can color it here. Okay, we can color it here. Okay, or at any cell, go to any particular cell, and when we can put some value here, say we want to put, say 100, so we can put 100. So where is this 100? What is the address where data entry is 100? So the address of that cell where data is entered here, so that address, just we will click here, we will put our cursor and just we will click, so we'll find that it is Z42. Z42 means the column is G, and the row is 42. So this is the address here. Okay, so then we talked of in our PPT, we saw customize quick access toolbar. Okay, so first let me okay, let us see, this is the file. Okay, so we can see here this is the file. So once we left click on the file, various options comes here, like we can open the new Excel sheet also, like a new Excel sheet if we want to put we want to choose. Okay, or mm, we can open uh, the Excel sheet which is there in our PC. Okay, so anywhere we can go, if it is available in our desktop or somewhere, we can we can open that Excel file. Okay, similarly, like we can save our existing file. Okay, we can save as, okay, say the recent file which we are working, we want to say save at the desktop, so desktop. Okay, and then in the desktop, like suppose book one, it's the title title bar. Now we want to make it some say today's session, or say any name we want to put it, huh? Say we want to put it, say it's third day, or say it's a session first, session one, so session one of third day, say. So we can put it here. So where it is going to be saved, so it will be saved on this PC on the desktop. And what will be the name of that file? So session one. And what is the type of that file? It's a Excel workbook. Okay, so we cannot go to some other formats. Yeah, CSV file is there. Okay, CSV is also there, but generally we prefer Excel workbook here. Okay, this is the type here. So just we are saving it. So now if I close it, so here it has been saved here, this one. Okay, so how it has happened? It has happened just because we have used the file button. Okay, we have used the file button, this file button, and we saved it. We saved it on this PC on this desktop, on the desktop, and we have saved as a session one. Okay, so we can rename it, or if we wish to put the same name, it will overwrite and it will be same as earlier. Okay, so this is session one. We have put the name of this as session one. Okay, so this was about the file button. Then we can go to print also. We can share it, we can export. Okay, so we can close also. Okay, so these were there. And then we found after that, after this file button, we discussed about the quick access toolbar. Okay, so when we click here, left click, single click, then we have the most commonly used commands it comes. Okay, like save, undo, redo. Okay, so suppose let us write something more here, like say we want to write, say let us write say we have, say, English subject. Okay, and then say we have Hindi subjects. Okay, and let us, okay, let it be two only. Okay, and say uh, one person, yeah, he scores say 87 in English, whereas he scores 86 in Hindi. Okay, then say second student, he did a bit good, say 88, but in Hindi he did say 85. Okay, say drastically reduced. Okay, he was sick, for example, say he was sick and then he got like this. Okay, just I'm putting some numbers here. Okay, he was very good in Hindi. Okay, one person was he was brilliant in English, but he didn't achieve good marks in Hindi. Okay, say this. And then let us you select this and then go to the ribbon button. Okay, and you put this one, center. Okay, you see here like lots of when you go here, like it's a left alignment. Okay, here we have the center. Okay, here we have right. So just select it and make it center. Okay, similarly this also center. Okay, and if you wish, you can give here this table. You see in the ribbon button we have borders. Okay, so like if we wish to give only bottom border, so it will look like this. Okay, this is bottom border, and suppose if I select here and if I want to give this design where there will be all borders, all rows and columns will be bordered, so it will look like this. Okay, now we were talking of this one. After file, we were talking of this, like quick access bar. So directly we can save it. Okay, so this button is for save button. Control S, in short we can directly put Control S. Okay, or just click on this save button, it will be saved. But when we are using save, so only the content of this current Excel is saved, but the name remains the same, session. But when we in place of a save, if we write save as in this PC, this desktop, and if we wish to change this, we can change it, say session 1 and say it's day 3 and save. So now in the desktop we can see it becomes session 1 day 3. Okay, session 1 day 3. Okay, and this was the earlier, this was the previous one. Okay, so now we were talking of how to use this Excel sheets. So here, like when we consider this one, so suppose save, we can save it. So this will be saved, and then again when we move to the to this one, then like we can undo it. Undo means like remove quick access toolbox. Like undo means like suppose when we undo means like suppose I wanted it to be say here it is 60, say it was 60 correct, but by mistake I have put 65, but I wanted it to be like it should have been 60 only, but by mistake I have written here 65. In that case we will put Control Z. Control Z means we are undoing it, means it becomes 60, and again but suppose if you wish no 65 was correct, then you write Control Y, it's a shortcut. Or we can go in this and then redo. We will select redo and undo. Okay, so these things are there, and then after that we find that in the PPT, like as we are discussing the PPT, so we found here like quick access toolbar. Then we can rename this book 1. Okay, so book 1 we have changes to session 1, then session D3, like this, and after that we can work on the worksheet. So this also we saw. Okay, then like status bar. Okay, fine, so let me show here the status bar. Okay, so you see, like when we select this table, okay, so here we can see sum is like you can see here in the end, like sum is 722, sum of selected cells. So here this whole has been, or just for Hindi if you wish to we want to add this numbers. So if I select this column corresponding to G, where we are writing the marks obtained in the subject Hindi, so here sum is 373. Okay, just here we can see this is the sum here. Okay, so sum of, in the bottom side we can see sum of selected cell, so it's a 373. How many counts are there? So there are 5 counts, we can see here 5 counts. Similarly, like we will, so if I select all this, so it will add 10 counts. Okay, so 10 counts and the sum is 722. So this is the status bar. This is the status bar. So ribbon bar is at the top, and this is at the bottom of the Excel sheet. Okay. So this is called the status bar. Okay, and here we can get the information about the like summation of the numbers which we have selected, or the average value, or the minimum value and maximum value. Okay, and we can change the name of status bar also. Then like we can move around, we can edit, and then let me so the use of this wrap text. When we type the text which is too long and we want to fit in a single cell, in that case wrapping text is done. For example, like if I say here, if I write say here is, if I write say India is a great country. Okay, so what we find that it has taken first, second, and three rows, three columns. It has taken column K, L, and M. But suppose we don't want that it should take three columns. We want that it should be in the first column only. In that case, actually, we can wrap the text. So for that, we have to select this. We have to select this, and then we have to go to the wrap text. So it is in the ribbon. So whenever we put in the wrap text, so here this will be wrap extra long text into multiple lines so that we can see all of it. So it becomes in the single cell. Okay, so once, so let us select this, just we will enter it. Okay, this help is for the time being, it is not required. Just we will select it and then just click here, and what we find now, it has come in the only in the K42. But earlier when we do Control Z undo, then the address was here. It has three columns, you see. It has taken the three columns, but when we do wrapping, it comes in the single cell. Okay, it comes in the single cell. So this is the meaning of wrapping. Similarly, like suppose if we have India is this country and we want to merge these three cells, so just we have to select, and then we have to merge. We have to just click merge, and then it becomes merged here. Okay, three cells has been merged here. Okay, so there are like different uses of this buttons which is shown in the ribbon box. Now so here I have shown this example, and then let us see like how to. Okay, so we can delete also, like we can delete a cell. Like for example, suppose we want to delete this. So how to delete? Just we have to click it and then just use del button and it will go on. Okay, so we can delete it. We can enter in a cell and we can delete, we can edit everything. Okay, suppose in one cell, say I have written say India is a big country. But suppose we want that no, I should write India is a great country. So we can edit here. So just go to that. Let us go to this cell and just give a single left click here. And there are two ways. Either we can go to this formula box. This is called formula tab. FX is written. So just click here, give backspace. So big will be deleted, and then we can write great here. So just click outside and it will appear India is a great country. Otherwise, here also we can double click and then here also, like using our left like key, we can change here. Okay, India is a, okay, let it be great country. Okay, India is a great country. So we can edit. Okay, we can delete, we can edit, everything we can do here. And then let us use some formula thing. Suppose if I want to add this, say total. Let us see total. I want to add this 2 marks for a students. Okay, suppose. And here let us write here, say any name we can put, say the person is any name we can put, huh? Let me just see my Google Meet here. Okay, so like any name I can take, but okay, like we have more than 40 people here. Okay, but okay, let us not waste time. Say person A1. Okay, say his name is C and he is D. Okay, he is D1. Okay, these are just name. Okay, E. Say any name. Say Arnab. Okay, any name. Okay, say I want to edit it, so I will go here. Say he's Pankaj. Okay, so these are the names here, and let us border it. Okay, it looks good. So let us go here. And suppose we want to do some mathematical operations here. Say we want to add here. So let us again put here bar here. Okay, so for just so if we see this slide, okay, very I have made very simple, like whenever we enter formulas into our Excel sheets, the formulas can calculate automatically. Okay, major strength of this Excel is that we can perform mathematical calculations and we can format our data also. In Excel, we can enter numbers and mathematical formulas into cells. Everything is done in the cells only. We can do addition, subtraction, and multiplication, division, and many mathematical advanced calculation can also be possible. Okay, so here, like I would like to show here. Suppose we want to add here. Okay, so just we will put here and put equal to sign here, and then select this one. Okay, select this one, then go to this formula bar and then put plus, and then you select this also, and then put enter. So it will add these two, and when we put here, it will show that what exactly it is doing. So it is adding these two numbers. Okay, then we can just put here and we can scroll it, so we can see that addition has been done for all these two. So it's a total. Suppose we want to get the difference of these two, like we want that. Okay, let us see what is the difference in these two subjects. Okay, so we can align it. It looks good. Then let us see the difference here. So difference, suppose we want that English minus Hindi. Okay, so we have to, so whenever we want to take the difference, say the marks obtained in English minus marks obtained in Hindi. So here we will put we will select this and we will put equal to, always equal to. Then let us select this one. Then let us put minus. So this is the minus, as simple minus sign, which is in the our keyboard, that is the minus it. But for multiplication, I will show that star marks is used for multiplication and backspace is used for division operation in the Excel sheet. It's common for maximum packages. Okay, for different packages also. And then we will select this and then let us put enter here. So this difference will come. So 87 minus 86 is 1. And then we will select this cell, and at the corner bottom we will go and just we will put, just we will scroll it by putting the shift button. Okay, we'll scroll it and then we will see the differences. Okay, we can bold it from this. You see, we can bold it. Just it depends on practice only. Here we can put a name of students. Okay, a name, and we can bold the name. Okay, we can italics it. Okay, so many options are available. Okay, okay, this one. Then what we will do, suppose we want to multiply these two subjects. Okay, say we want product, we want product of two subjects, though it's not very relevant, but still just I wanted to show that okay, it is possible. So for this also what we will do, we'll put equal to sign, and then let us go to this cell. We will select the marks obtained in English by say Arnab 87, and then for multiplication we have to remember that we have to use the star sign. Okay, so shift and above 8 there is a star, so star marks. Okay, star we have to put. This operations tells about the multiplication operation, and then choose the cell corresponding to the same row which we would like to multiply for the different column, and then let us put enter here. So it will be a multiplication. Then we will just scroll it out, and this will be our product. Similarly we can do for division also. Say we want to take the division. Okay, and here also same thing, we have to put equal to English. Then for divide we have to use the backslash and then this Hindi, and we have to put enter, so it comes in the some point. Okay, then we will scroll it, it comes like this. Then what we will do, like we may not liking this. Okay, so what we will do, we will select it, and then we will go to just right click, and then we will go to format. Okay, we will go to format cells just, and then we will go to the numbers and say we want to put in only up to 2 decimal places only, because if I see here it's up to like more than 5 decimal places, but we want only up to 2 decimal places. So just we will put okay, and we will find this. Okay, so here let me put here. Okay, this is not required. And one thing, like here it is if I put right click and I can insert one column here. Okay, insert entire column, so one column will be added here. Okay, so one column will be added, and we can cut it. Okay, so either you can put right click and cut. Just these are like how to edit. You can we can cut it. Okay, we can cut it, and we can directly paste here. Right click and paste, and paste options will come. So like paste. Similarly, like this is there, and we can use shortcut also, like in MS Word. Either we can put right click and copy, or cut. Okay, so similarly here also we can use shortcut key also, like Control X, so it will cut, Control V, so it will paste. Okay, similarly I will, okay, we will not continue this. Okay, so say this one is there, so this formula is there. So this is actually like this is F42. So here actually when we put here, so address changes, that's why it creates a problem here. Okay, so what we will do, again we'll put equal to, so English marks divided by this Hindi, and we will put enter here. Okay, so and just we will click here, we'll click here. Okay, and then again we can put right click, go to the format cells and number, and we will put up to 2 decimal. Okay, so this looks good now. So this demo actually, it has shown that how we are going to do some mathematical operations, and we can delete this. Okay, we can make it in the center. Just we'll select it, and we'll go to this ribbon bar where center is that, and so like this. Okay, so this we saw, and then like there is a auto sum also, like if we want to say total sum here, so just one button extra we have to go, one column extra we have to go, and then in the formula we can put auto sum here. Okay, so directly it will be added. Okay, 379, so total marks. Okay, so like this, lots of things can be done in the advanced session. It will be in the next session, so that speaker will be taking up for you. And a bit quickly, I will just want to tell that it can do some advanced operations also, but like we have to always careful that that mathematical calculations in Excel, it follows the precedence. Like first it will do like division, multiplication, then after that addition and subtraction will be done. For example, suppose if I wish to show this one for you. Suppose we want to see like whether the order of operation matters in the Excel or not. So yes. So for this, let us go to any cell. Let us go to randomly. I'm taking this. Then put equal to sign, and then like 5 plus 5 plus 14 divide by 2 into 3. I'm putting here. Okay, and just we will enter it. So it is 31. So if I click on this, then what exactly it is doing? In the formula bar we can see. Okay, so this is one. But now the same thing, say if I am copying here, and what I will do now, you see. Okay, say this is there. Okay, so here, like when we put enter here, oh, equal to, we have to put always equal to, equal to we have to put. Then if I enter here, it's 31. Now suppose if I take, if I change something here, if I put here equals to, and then I will put a bracket here. Say I want to put here in the bracket, then there will be change in the data here, 36. So why these two differences are there? So because if I put here 31, so basically here what we are doing, we are adding this like 5 plus 5 plus 14 divide by 2 into 3. So basically what it is doing, it is first dividing. So 14 by 7, 14 by 2, it becomes 7. 7 3s are 21. 21 plus 10, so it's 31. But here if I see this, I have put here bracket. So first what it will do, it will add all those components which are in a single bracket. So it will add it. So 5 plus 5 plus 14, so it becomes 24. 24 divided by 2, it becomes 12. 12 3s are 36. So we see that though we can do any advanced mathematical calculation in the Excel sheet, but the precedence is important, the order is important. So the same I have shown here, it's 31 and here it is 36. Then like we have copy, cut, paste and cell addressing options. We can insert column and rows, we can delete, we can create borders, which we have seen, we can add some background color, we can change some font sizes and color and all these things. Okay, so here like we suppose if we want to make it say Times Roman, then we have to go here. Let us go to the home. Then here Calibri is here. So if I want to say Arial black, okay, and I don't want to make it bold, so I will click here. So it's black, that's why. So let us put this one. Okay, we can change font, say bigger font, so it becomes like this. Okay, then we will click here, just double click so it can adjust here. Okay, it can adjust here. Okay. Then we can, like if we wish to change the color of this text, we can change here with this, like let us put this. Okay, so we can change it. Suppose we want to, this English we would like to give some background color, we can fill it with some background color. Okay, like this. So we can do many things, we can edit here. Okay, we can change the font. So whatever we saw, we can move, we can bold, italicize, we can underline, we can format numbers also. Okay, then sorting option is also there, we can sort it. Okay, sorting operation is very interesting. Like suppose I wish to and it's very important to know here, like suppose here say, actually if I consider a particular name, say E, okay, say Elvin, so these all numbers like 34, 90, 124, it belongs to this. Okay, so suppose if I want to change it, if I will select it, and let us go to this sort. Here we can see sorting button. So I want to sort it, say, alphabetically. Okay, A to Z. So I will sort like this. But we have to remember that suppose if Arnab is here and he is getting 87, so he must, corresponding to this all data should not change. Okay, that's why we have to go for expansion only. We have to consider expansion. So we will expand it. We don't want to go in the current selection only, because it should expand, means it should be connected. So we'll short it. Then it is already in the alphabet, that's why. That's why. But suppose if I uh, want to short the number, so again I will go here, and then I will. So now this is the number here. Earlier it was the name here, but now I am selecting this number. Or let us select this Hindi. Okay, and then we will be shorting it. Then smallest to the largest we will short. Then you will find that suppose 47 is the lowest mark for the D. So this D will appear at the top, whose marks will remain same, 47. Let us see. So you have to expand the selection. So you see D. So it has gone here, 47. Okay, and everything has changed here. So we can short it. Okay, we can short it. Similarly, like again, suppose I want to make it alphabetically. So again, Arnab should come first, and he should get 87. So for this, again, we can short it, A to Z. Then we have to expand the selection. So again, Arnab. So likewise, we can do the sorting operations also. Okay, we can sort. So here everything is detailed. Okay, then next is like creating charts. Okay, creating charts. So let us see, we can create the charts also. So let us see, we will consider this one, say 2 columns we are selecting, the name of the students and the marks obtained in the subject English. So for this we have to go to insert. Okay, insert button, and then we can find many charts here. Okay, so here we can see lots of charts. Okay, like scatter chart. So as per our requirement, we should do. So here recommended is like we should go for some, we can go for pie chart, we can go for like different we can go for some histogram type. Okay, or simply bar type. Okay, so lots of charts are available. Okay, let us see again. Suppose I want to select this two I want to select. So let us name and English should also appear. So we will select and then go to the insert and then go to some charts. Okay, so there are a lot of charts available. Okay, 3D charts are also available, 3D maps are available, lots of things are here. So say we will go to some recommended charts and then all charts. So lots of area, line, pie, many things are there. Okay, in so like we can scatter chart, area, bar, pie chart. Okay, so let us see the pie chart here. So this pie chart will come here. Okay, so we will put here, this we will put here, downside, and then we will come here. Okay, so this will be like Arnab, C, D, E. These are the 4 persons, and like here, like if we see the area, this orange one, C, so he should get the no, if I see area, this one, like E has secured lot, so 95 is the highest here. So the area is more here comparatively. Let us see other values here also. 87, 88. Okay, so this now we can edit it. We can edit it, like we can if I put here right click and like we can move the chart, we can change the like if we wish to change it, like we don't want this pie chart, we want bar. Okay, in that case, or our column we want, we can change it. It will appear like this. Suppose we want in the 3D form, so we can get this type. Okay, and then like here we can save it. Okay, we can copy it. We can 3D rotation also is possible. Okay, so like here we can put, so lot of things can be done, and this graph, suppose, and here we can change, say, English. So if I want to write here marks obtained in English, say marks obtained in English. So we can put it, and then we can download it also. Like when we selected it, we will go to the file and then save as, say we want to save this as a PDF only. Suppose we want to put this in our report. Okay, so in the desktop, I will put this as a figure 1. Okay, so just it will be saved. So if I go to our desktop, it will be just figure 1. Okay, and then this we can put in our report, or some. So here, so any kind pie chart, anything we can see. Arnab, then student C, student D, student E, and Pankaj have obtained these marks out of their English, and we can put some caption and other things. We can change the color. So lots of thing is possible here. Okay, so I can see my time limitations also. But we will shortly we will be covering all those things which I have planned. Similarly, there is a printing option. Like suppose we want to print something. Say I want to print this one. Okay, so let me.
Mobisudan sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, yes,
Because I mean, as you have mentioned the time limit, so this
yes,
is
yes.
to inform you. The next speaker just informed us that he will be bit late due to some of his medical emergency. So he will
Okay.
start from 12. So
Oh,
there is
that's
no
great.
time limitation as of 11:30. So
Okay.
you can.
Okay, thank you, sir. So if I get say some time, then we will have some interaction session also, and I will not hurry. Okay, so thank you very much, sir,
So
for
next
informing me.
speaker will be starting from 12.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Yeah.
Take your time, no problem.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Just a minute. There's something has happened. Just this formula is there, and then we will scroll it, and then it will go like this. We have to take the value here. Just a minute. Just a minute. The division was there. Just I wanted to complete it. So say English, we got this divided by, so the ratio between these two. So we'll just.
Sir, I think this is the cell width problem. The values are not fitting within the limit of the cell width. So you can increase the cell width.
That's great. Yes, it's true. So yeah, sometime like if this width is a bit like space is slow, less, so it becomes like this. So just we have to either expand, or just we will click it double, so it will come like this. So any kind of charts are possible. Okay, similarly, like as I got some time, so let us see this. Say we want to make the comparison of this Hindi marks and English marks. So suppose we will just select it, and then again we will insert, and then we will go to some charts. Okay, so any kind of charts we can see as per our use. Okay, like histogram also, we can go for histogram. We can go for scatter box type also. We can go 3D maps also. We can open 3D maps. So 3D, actually 3 things should be there, that's why. Okay, so okay, we have to enable it. Okay, so let us just, we will consider, say, this 2, and then say we want to plot some scatter chart, or say we want to do some comparison. Bubble charts is also there, to compare at least 3 sets of values or pairs of the data. It will, so we have to be, we have to use 3 sets of data at least. So we have used more than 3 sets here. So like, so here, like the same thing, like here the plot is different and here the plot is different. So we can double click on the title bar, and we can edit here. We can write comparison, or say English versus Hindi marks, okay, obtained in a class of 4 students. Okay, so so we can put this bigger, in the bigger size. So lot of things can be done here. Okay, so as per our wish, we can, as per our requirement, we can go for different kinds of plots. Okay, so these were, so lots of plots are there, like pie chart, bar graph, lots of there. So once we put here, like we have like scatter plot is there, so it compare at least 2 sets of values, and it shows the relationship between the 2 sets. And like when 2 data have the separate measurements, in that case we can use, say, we want to select it, and then let us see the scatter chart here. So we can put here scatter chart. So we can go here, downward. So this is the scattered chart. Okay, and then we can edit, we can put some different colors, line, we can like if we wish to put some gradient light, or we want to put some solid lines. Okay, or if we don't want to put some lines, so lot of options are there. Like we want to put, say, in horizontal axis, we would like to write something, then we can write here. And then suppose the width, we want to make it broader, so that in the report it looks good, so we can put 2.5 or something. So that will be, that will be that will be in the border sense. Okay, so lot of things are there. So joining type is round, or say meter. Okay, we can change the color also. So lot of things can be done. Okay, so as I have to move, and I have to cover some other topics, so this was about the charts. Okay, and then in this Excel sheet, like we can move to the other sheet also. Like here plus sign is there, so if I click here, it goes to second. uh, so suppose here if I write, say, for the month of January, say the electricity bill, or the monthly salary of employees has been there. Then in for the February, I can put here. For the March, I can put here, and I can rename it. I can rename it, say it's a March, so I can put here March. Okay, March. Okay. So I can, and then in the March, what was the salary, or what was the electricity bill consumption, or what was the expenditure in my home. So I can put here. Okay, so this was about this. Then let us go to our presentation slides. Then printing option. Okay, so whenever we want to print something, because whatever we are working on the Excel sheet, suppose I want to print it, so in that case we have to go to page setup. Okay, then So let me show here. Suppose if I go to my sheet number 1, and then I want to, whatever these marks and graphs are there, I want to plot it, or say I just want to keep only, I don't want this, so just select it and delete it. Okay, so just I want, and by scroll, by just I can, by dragging I can put here. Okay, and then I don't want this also, so just select it and put delete button, it will be deleted. And just I want to take the printout of this, so just there are many options, so we have to go to file, and then print option is there, so just print. Now, like suppose it is connected to some like to your printer, so in that case directly we can put the command, but before that, but it looks like this, it's not good here. So what we will do, we will, as the Excel sheet is too large, so in that case people, what they do, they try to, you see, want to save the changes to, yes, we have to save it. Okay, so again, as it is here, we have already saved it, so we'll open it, and then let us select this region. Okay, suppose we will select it, and then let us go to the file, and then print option is there here, so print. Then if I go for active sheets, I can uh, print entire workbook, so that is not suggested here. So print selection area, so when we select, it comes like this. And suppose we don't want it in the portrait, suppose we want it to be in the landscape, then from here we can put to the landscape. Okay, so here landscape, so it will look like this, landscape. Okay, then we can change, like suppose we don't want to put the printout in A4 size, or we want to take the printout in say letter size of page, so it depends. Okay, so we can change margin and other things, and directly if it is connected to that printer, directly give the printout and it will take. Otherwise we can first we can make it to PDF also, so just PDF, and then print, so it will in the desktop. Let us save this, just take the printout of session first of day 3, and then it will be PDF will be generated here in the deck on the desktop here. So if I go there, here this print is ready, so this is ready, so we have made this in the Excel sheet. Okay, Excel sheet. So we can take the printouts. Okay, and then we will see some shortcuts are also available. Okay, so this I have shown here. Then like we have some, like as you are aware of Microsoft Office. Okay, like most of our dear friends who are participants here, they are now familiar with the Word from their previous days session. So almost same shortcut keyboards are used for Excel sheet also. Like suppose we want to select all, in that case we will put Control A. Suppose we want to copy something, then Control C. We want to cut the information from one cell, then select that cell or array, whatever we want, and if we want to cut that information, put Control X. Control V will paste that information, and Control Z will do undo the information. And if I click home, then it will move to the beginning of the worksheet. So let us just and no need to remember all those things, because if I suppose if I want to copy this division, the whole thing, so if I put like this, so if I put here right click and say copy, so one way is that, okay, we can copy it and say we will paste here, right click and paste, only say numbers we would like to paste, or say we are pasting as it is the format. Okay, or just number if we wish to put. Okay, just a minute. Suppose we want to take only the numbers here, say right click and paste. This is the values only, or the formulas or transpose, okay, percentage formatting, and many things are there. So just numbers we will put, numbers. So it will be like this, and then we can format it, say center, and then we can format it, format up to, we will go to the number and then decimal up to 2, so the same thing will come. So now suppose directly what we can do, like we want to say copy it. So one way I have shown is that right click and copy here. Another thing is that copy, and here say we want to paste. So right click, and you can right click and then paste. Okay, this is one. But suppose we want to use shortcut key, then select all these things, then put Control C, so it will be copied, and then here you put Control V, so it will be pasted. Okay, suppose I want to cut this, so put Control X, and then go to the Mars some next sheet, and then here you want to paste, then you select and Control V, it will be pasted. Okay, so from one cell to another cell, or sorry, from one sheet to another sheet also, one can move the data. Okay, and it can be saved, and we can insert also, like we can insert like tables. Okay, we can insert some tables, we can insert some figures. Okay, some 3D models we can insert. So like it will load, so say for chemistry, say we want to insert it. Okay, so it will be inserted, and then we can edit on this, we can write something here, like suppose we will insert some text button. You put this text, and then write something that chemistry, or some model of some molecule. Okay, model, and then suppose we want to style it, then again let us insert, and then styles, like what we want actually, like what style. Okay, like we want to put like this. So lots of styles are there. Okay, we can put this. Okay, we can delete this if not required. So lot of things can be done. Then suppose this is there and I want to rotate it. In that case, we can rotate it. So we will go here, like insert. Okay, directly also we can rotate, like directly we can rotate it. We will just put like this, and like this we can rotate like this also. And there is a, like in the text also, like if I go in the like format text effects, so here like 3D effects, soft edges, lots of 3D rotation can be done. We can put some angle here. Okay, we can put some angle here. So like in that case, rotations can also be done. Okay, so then orientation of the text also can be done, like so lot of things are there. But I want 10 to 15 minutes for Google spreadsheet also, so I'm not discussing. Then we can put some symbols also, like if we want to insert some symbols here. Okay, say area of a circle, suppose. So let us insert, and then symbols. Okay, symbols, say okay, say insert, and then suppose I have selected this, and I want to put some symbols here. Okay, say if I click here, say equation is also here, area of a circle. Suppose symbol I want to put here. So suppose I want to put, say say alpha or beta. Okay, so we have to search from here. We have to search from here. So many geometric shapes also we can put here. So lots of so this suppose we want this eta, so double click here and it will become, or just put insert. Okay, so it has been 3 times, so just one, so this becomes eta. Okay, so we can insert in this, and then we can save this, save as PDF, or save this as some Excel file only. Okay, so as per, and then we can take the printout also. Okay, so it will be saved. So now let us, just as we have at least 15 minutes in hand, so this was about the shortcuts, and we can insert something. Then, like as in our discussion we saw that this Excel is such paid version, we have to purchase license and other things. So there are lots of alternatives are available for this Microsoft Excel sheets. Lots of alternatives are available which are open source. We need not pay any money for that, and like there is a Office Libra and lots are there. And one, if we have a Google account or Gmail account, then this whatever operations we have done in the Excel sheet, almost not all, because it's a paid and it has facility, but most of the things can be done on our spreadsheet also. So spreadsheet using Google Sheets. Okay, so it's freely available, just you need to have internet connection and your Gmail and Google account. From there, the same whatever we have discussed for the last more than 1 hour, that can be done on the Google Sheets, and it's a free of costs. Okay, it's a free of cost. So just I will show that one, though there are other alternatives also, but so let me like say first we will say you will go to the Google account. Okay, and just you will sign it. Okay, okay, just we will sign out here. We'll sign out. Okay, okay, let us okay, say you have a Gmail account. Okay, so you will go here, and then there are lots of options are there. So just go to your Gmail account, and then you go to this one where Google Apps are there. Okay, just you click here, and then you go to the Drive. Either you can go to the Drive or just scroll it down, and you will find here Docs. But we, like MS Office was there, so in place of MS Office you can use Docs. But as we are using here Excel, so we will go to this spreadsheet. So just double click this, so it will open. It will open. So it will look like this. Okay, it will look like this. So in my PPT also the same thing I have made for you. Like we can create a spreadsheet using our Google Sheets. So first we must have our Gmail account, a Google account, and then enter into your, just log in into your Gmail. Okay, as I have entered here. Okay, go to your Gmail account. Okay, go to your Gmail account, and then from here Google Apps, just you will find many things like Gmail, chat, news, okay, search, Drive, calendar, contacts, photos, lots of things will be there. Then come down here and Doc, and this is Sheets here. Okay, Google Sheet. Google Classroom is also available. Okay, that we will be discussing day after tomorrow as a like learning management system. Canvas is also there, but here go to this Google Sheets and just double click it here. Okay, this is one way by which I have shown to go into the spreadsheet. There are another ways also where you can go to the spreadsheets, and just you double click it, so it will appear like this. So now you are very familiar with this. Now it's same as that what we have used in the Excel sheet. Like it has also like home button. Okay, so when we click home button, it will go to the home. Then again you double click this, then here file was there. So in the Excel sheet also, in the Microsoft Excel sheet also, we saw this. So when we click here, it will give the same options like new spreadsheet. We can open the existing one, we import, we can bring some Excel sheets here, we can download it in different forms like in .xl, in PDF, in HTML value. We can rename this Excel sheet. Okay, we can print, we can change the settings. Okay, so in this Excel sheet, like we can use the functions here. Okay, so it is same as that of what we have been discussing for last more than 1 hour. It is same, and it is free, of course. So if, and it will be in the cloud, it will be saved. Okay, there are some advantage related to this. So whatever the operations we did in our Excel sheets, these all same thing can also be done there also. Let us try this. Suppose if I select it and I just copy it, you can use Control C also, and now we have come to Google Sheet, and I'm just selecting here and say Control V, so it comes here, and then just double click here, or just put like this. Okay, like that. So just double click, or just you put like this, product. Okay, say I'm this total, I want to delete it. Say I want to delete it. So just remember 173 should come in the top. So I want to add the 2 marks Hindi and English obtained by Arnab. So I will put equal to here. Then I will put this, then shift plus sign I will put, and this, and then I will put enter. And then we can scroll it like this. So 95 plus 65. So the same operations we can put here. Okay, we can like we can change the color also. Like we want to change, then we can change the color also here, like text color. If we wish to make it yellow, we can change it to yellow. The background, this whatever we have filled with the yellow, we want to fill with some green or some different color, say blue. Then we can change this. So lot of things can be done here. We can change the font. Okay, we can change the font here. So it's like here we can font Times Roman we can put. We can say we can put it 11 size, so it will be of 11 size. So lot of things can be done freely on this, and then we can save it. We can or we can download this. Say in the Excel format, we can download it. Okay, so it will be downloaded. Say let us in the desktop. Okay, and then let us write here something. Let us write Google spreadsheet, so that it will be clear. Okay, then we can see here Google, this one. So now this is open. So this now we can open in our Excel sheet also. Excel sheet also, it's same. So I wanted to tell that if we have a Gmail account, if I'm sure that you have a Gmail account, so in that Gmail account, okay, you can go to the spreadsheets and you can do these things. And just for information, that you can make slides also, Google Slides, Google Doc. So many things are possible. It has this Google has revolutionized many things. Okay, so like Doc is there. So but I will be restricting my presentation on this Google Sheets only. So just we have to once again just I will remind you that just you have to go to your Gmail account. Okay, you log into your Gmail account, and then one way is to go here. So you go to Google, this Google app, you go, and then you go down, scroll it, and you search for Sheets. Okay, so once you click here, then it will be available there. it will be available there. Okay, and then whatever you have done today, if you click it, it will again come. So as it is stored in the cloud, you can export it. You can share with your some of your friends also. Give the limited before, so you can save it. Okay, and then you can share it with your friends so that he also can edit. And suppose I want to share with the Swanirban sir, so I will share this with the Swanirban sir. Okay, so I will say in the nearest I will I will send him, so that even Swanirban sir can also see it, and he can make changes as per the requirement. So I can share it, I can publish it. Okay, I can send the link also. Okay, then even if I have checked for 5 students and the rest of the papers are with the Swanirban sir, then he can add here, and then total things can be made and we can see each other. Okay, the thing. So like it's helps in the collaborating the things also, and editing by 2 users. And if as it is free, but if it is like purchased one, then more than 2-3 persons can also be made available for sharing. So here it is shared with the one only. It's a free, so like then we can present here the meeting. So lots of like tools are available here. Data, we can also here, like we can filter here, we can sorting can also be done here, like data sorting can be done here, creative filter tools. Okay, so we can format, font size, insert, like chart also we can insert here. Like here as no data, because here we have not selected some data here, so just we will control Z. If I put, it will go. And then let us put, we will select this, suppose the marks, or say total and difference. If I select here, and then let us go to insert, and then okay, tools. Okay, in tools we will go tools. Okay, in the tools, or just if we wish to, just a minute, like yeah, we will insert a chart for this selected data. Okay, so this chart will see, so the difference was negative, so that's why the negative was there here. Okay, so we can find the difference, addition, so everything what we did, that can be done then in this Excel, in the Google Sheets also. Okay, so like so if so let us keep some time for our interaction if required. So at the end, like, so a blank sheet will appear in the new toolbar box. So when we go and directly, sometime like directly go to Google. Okay, directly go to the google.com, and then directly you write spreadsheet, 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 or you write Google spreadsheet online. So you can get the free trial, but actually you have to register. Okay, you have to register. So best way is to log in into your Gmail, and then after login into your Gmail, you search here Google spreadsheet, or just spreadsheet shared, or just spreadsheet. Okay, spreadsheet. Okay, and then some say like one course is there, say this one. Okay, so now go to this, and you can make new spreadsheet also, and then it will look as same, and then you can work. So there are many ways to have your Excel sheet, and then you download it, or you save it. Okay, you save it as it is in the online, so automatically it will remain saved. Okay, So these were the things. So like I must acknowledge that I have taken some of the presentations which were available in the net, and I have used like various internet sources, as well as like I myself did many things, and I have taken the screenshots to put that in the my presentation. So just to highlight the things once again, that in this session I tried to discuss on like what is Excel, what is spreadsheets. Okay, and generally spreadsheets are just like collection of rows and data and cells, and data is done on the entry, like data is entered in the cell only, and then we can do mathematical operations, we can do chart, we can handle the data, and it has lot of advantages, and it really makes difference if you know uh, the good use of Excel. Okay, and this was the basic course. In the advanced you will be learning, and then as Microsoft Excel is paid version, so I have switched it to Google Spreadsheet also, which is free. Similarly, we have some other alternatives also, like Libra and other things. So these are the open software, and just it depends on the practice, and lots of application it has. So with this, once again, I would like to thank especially the coordinators, Sonirbhar sir, Jayanto sir, and all the organizers for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge of Excel with my dear participants. So with this, now I am ready to take up some questions from you, from our dear participants, if you have. So
Participants, if
thank
you
you.
have some questions, participants, if you have some questions, you can ask, sir.